Now over 50 million people a year tune in to hear what this man has to say and see what he has to show them. They know Patrick Netter has an insight into what's revolutionizing the world of sport, health, and fitness. Hi, this is Kathy Smith. I've known Patrick Netter for almost 2 decades and watched him make sports, health, and fitness information not only educational, but entertaining. That's why he's known as the Gear Guru.
My mission is to discover, investigate, and then introduce what's truly innovative. A few months back, I was introduced to these new little patches, LifeWave patches. Sounded a little too good to be true, but my interest was piqued. I think you're going to be surprised to see what my investigation reveals.
I'm still walking and there's no pain.
I slept on a plane and I never sleep on a plane.
I ended up doing 70 pounds more than my previous best. What you begin to see is an improvement in what we call biocoherence, meaning that there's a redistribution and a balancing effect on the energy in the body.
Now you can look at it from the acupuncture point of view of calling meridians, or you can look at it from a physicist's point of view and calling them electrical biological circuits. But we're still talking about the same phenomenon. Energy flows in the connective tissues of the body as well as in the nervous system.
And you're saying that the patches stimulate that? It increases the...
Sends information into that system.
So
it's software.
Aha. So it's kind of like the information highway, like the internet. These things kind of stimulate the internet of the body?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we can signal the body to perform certain actions that it's already doing. It's basically like a tune-up.
You know, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't fade.
I can go play 9 holes of golf if I want to, which I was not able to do before.
I was able to run faster. I didn't sweat as much as I used to. I didn't feel tired. And I was just shocked.
We have over 30 double-blind placebo-controlled studies, most of which were done in the United States, but some of which have been done internationally. For example, we just had one study that was completed at Fenestra. This is a highly respected research institute.
And what were the results?
With a 60-person study, double-blind placebo-controlled, over a 30-day period of time, it was found that users of LifeWave had an increase of over 22% in fat burning as compared to the control group. So that means when you use our LifeWave Energy Enhancer, your body burns over 20% more fat.
Moving on to something that may help you perk up this morning. A company claims they have a patch that can give you energy. The patch is slightly larger than a $50 and can be put on your chest, wrist, or knees. And those who stand by this energy patch say it works wonders and has no side effects.
Need an energy boost? Who doesn't these days? Want greater focus in your everyday life? A new technology may just be the answer for athletes and everyday people alike.
If you want a product that's going to give you long-term energy without the highs and lows that you would get with stimulants, if you want a product that's going to help facilitate fat loss, this is the product to use.
Body's already burning fat. We're just tuning the body to make it burn more fat more efficiently. The body's already going to sleep. We're making the sleep more efficient.
I went from the last 5 years of taking sleeping pills and being drugged by these sleeping pills in the morning and needing a Red Bull to get out of bed just to hit the floor in the morning, to no sleeping pills, no Red Bull.
Having hormonal problems and being of a menopausal age, I thought, I will do anything to sleep through the night. Since I've been on the sleep patches, I can really say that even if I do get up in the middle of the night, I go back to sleep easily, I go back to sleep effortlessly, and I continue to sleep through the night, and boy, am I having some great dreams.
If I have inflammation, I'm going to have pain. If I have pain, I want to get rid of it.
We can take a picture, it would show up as a red area.
Okay.
But what's interesting is we can see a difference of up to 4 degrees change or cooling when we put the patches on the body in 5 minutes.
And is that significant?
Very significant. People are beginning to, within 5 minutes, we actually see people having better range of motion and decreased discomfort.
I felt like the headache just went out of my head.
The recovery time that I experienced after just riding 30 miles on a bike
was unbelievable to me.
As part of my investigation, I went to their national convention to see what other doctors had to say.
There are a lot of products out there, folks, but there are very few companies who support their products with quality science. Here's an example of the data, just to show you. A woman 35 years old before wearing LifeWave energy patches. Some 5 meridians are grossly unbalanced, and many are in the yellow zone. And after wearing the LifeWave patches, only 1 point is unbalanced. That's an impressive result, especially after immediately placing on the patches.
It's so new, so great, so wonderful. There is an immediate autonomic nervous system response within 5 minutes. And that is powerful scientific information to offer.
I developed a machine that measures energy production in the form of ATP measurement. One of the books I've written is about energy and aging, and I do believe that all illness and all aging itself occurs as a result of decrease in energy production. We can prove that energy production is enhanced fairly dramatically by these patches. Remember, I was sort of a skeptic on this. I really didn't think putting a patch someplace was going to work. But I'm pretty much convinced right now that it does.
We tested the LifeWave product and we found that it made a significant change within 10 seconds in the cytoskeleton. And let me tell you, that is profound.
Okay, the convention was substantial, but look what I found when I dug a little deeper. Soccer player David Beckham is arguably the most recognized athlete in the world, and even he's wearing the patches. The world's windsurfing champion clearly wearing the patches on his knees. Sean May wearing the patches when he was the MVP for the NCAA champions. Here's a national champion weightlifter using the patches. Esquire magazine ranked them as Performance Enhancer of the Month. ESPN, the magazine, did an article on the LifeWave phenomenon.
When I got them, I tested them. I took it for what they said on the phone call to me that they would work, and I absolutely tried them out, and they did.
You know, last night we showed you that even Pop wasn't quite sure just what those bandages are on Tim Duncan's chest, but our viewers knew the answer. They're called LifeWave energy patches, a revolutionary new medical discovery that uses electromagnetic fields to burn fat and build energy. Tim's not the only athlete using them. Of course, Tim hasn't said if he's using them. But Texas Tech football players and even Lance Armstrong do admit they wear the patches.
I've used them.
It worked. You have, that's right.
Yeah, my doctor uses them, well, Dr. Hernandez. And, you know, I'm the worst in shape person in the world, but I do think they make a difference. Yeah, I think they work.
We'll be right back.
Jennifer uses them too.
One of the first national figures to put his reputation behind this new technology was 6-time Olympic coach and 12-time NCAA champion coach Richard Quick.
Our athletes are tested. They're tested by the World Anti-Doping Agency. They're also tested by the United States Anti-Doping Agency. I don't want anything that's not safe, not healthy, and of course I don't want anything that's illegal. We noticed the athletes had a higher level of accomplishment in training. They recovered better from practice session to practice session, and we noticed that they were doing better in school because they had more energy after practice.
That which seems extraordinary today will be commonplace in the future.
You really can't stop an idea whose time has come. And that's what's happened with LifeWave. People are tired of using drugs. They're tired of using stimulants. They're tired of having to depend on coffee. And quite frankly, people are tired of being tired. So this is a new technology to provide people with energy, well-being, improved sleep, improved skin quality, relief of pain, relief of discomfort, and you just can't stop the truth.
I've seen hot trends and I've seen hot products, but I've personally felt what this technology can do. Software for the human body, this is huge.
If you can get in early with a company like LifeWave, as we're doing, and you can build a worldwide business, you've got to realize something. We're changing the face of the way people are going to be getting energy, the way that people are going to be improving their looks and health for many years to come. It's a revolution, and we're in right at the beginning.
Timing, as we all know, timing can replace the needed skill sets. I mean, my gosh, we look at folks who have been very fortunate. They caught Starbucks at the IPO with $1,000 is worth $4 million today. If you caught Dell Computer at their very IPO startup with $1,000, that's worth $40 million today. So timing can make us all look very smart. And the thing about LifeWave is that this is software for the human body. And when you realize that it's patented, it's consumable, it's cheaper than a cup of coffee on a use basis, and with a tremendous expansion, I think it's just a question of getting involved, even very part-time, letting people try the product because it works. And that's what creates more interest, and then those folks obviously want to buy it and use it and consume it and reorder. And that's what creates a long-term residual income.
With the LifeWave energy patches, I play a lot of sports, so I was able to really test myself to see where I was going with these. And it almost got to the point of being comical because I play basketball. And this group of guys started giving up wanting to guard me because no one could stop me. As the game went on, my energy just stayed constant and everyone else went lower. And by the third full court game, I'm just blowing people away. And that part, to me, I mean, I'm a little bit of an ego and I play sports, and that was a great experience for me. To the point I almost didn't want to share it with some of the guys, but I eventually did.
We have a sleep product called the Sleep Patch, and that's been tremendous for my son. He has a very difficult time sleeping at night, and as soon as you put that patch on, 5 minutes later he is out having 3D surround sound hi-fi dreams, and it's just been the product's just incredible, and it does exactly what it says it does.
I knew instantly that the patches, when I first tried them, were working. I'm very sensitive to energy, to vibration, and I could tell immediately that there was something that was happening. It was confirmed when I worked out on my Bowflex. I noticed a difference in weights and a difference in recovery time almost immediately.
Yeah, I've been in sales and marketing for the last 15 years, and you hear every hot new deal that's come down the pike, and I'd had some experiences where I got excited about something and ended up not being what they said it was going to be. And I was at a point where I almost didn't want to fall in love again, if that makes any sense. And I wanted to make sure this was the last situation, the last program I had to ever get. And so when this came to me, I was so cautious, and I really evaluated it for about 6 weeks before I jumped in. Excited about, and this is so solid, and I feel like I prepared my whole life for finding LifeWave, and I feel like I'm in the right place at the right time, and it's just amazing to watch it unfold and see what's happening right now.
A friend of mine heard about the product, invited me back to Atlanta to meet David Schmidt, and I had absolutely no desire to go. Went with my arms folded across my chest because I've never done network marketing, and it was just all green to me. And I came back to Atlanta and met David Schmidt, and it was funny because when he walked out, he was what I needed to see as the head of LifeWave, because I didn't want to see a snake oil, flashy guy. All he cared about was the product. And after you listened to him and saw what his vision was, I play a lot of sports and coached, and I immediately started thinking of the places I could go with this to help people, and that part excited me, and then the financial opportunity kind of followed.
Really, from the very first day, I noticed that my energy didn't dip in the middle of the afternoon like it used to do. And so I find I can just do more. I get more done, I go through the day, and it just doesn't faze me. I remember a very funny, particular story. After I started using the patches, I decided I wanted to go out and do some gardening because I hadn't done it in a while, you could tell. And but I wasn't wearing the patches that day, and after about 15 minutes my arms started to ache and I was like tired, and and I remember from when I used to go to the gym years ago, that was like a feeling of, glycogen depletion. I'd actually done too much work. A couple of days later, I'm actually decided I want to do the gardening again, and I'm wearing patches this time. The difference is I did 4 hours of solid digging. I was moving huge bamboos from one side of the garden to the other, and really, after 4 hours, I could have gone on more. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. So these patches, they really are energy on demand.
I saw a way that I could really create the lifestyle I'd always dreamed about. When we had kids, we had these huge dreams, and then we start sacrificing. We go, oh, that one better apartment's good enough. And this kind of opened up my dream space again. And I found myself around a group of people who supported my ambitions and my desires, and it gave you this confidence to just move forward and move ahead. And the things that have happened in just 7 months are just amazing. I mean, if somebody would have told me my life could change this dramatically, this fast, I almost wouldn't have believed them. But it's really because of the system and the technology. People want to know about it. When you tell them about nanotechnology, you tell them what it does, they're open and they're curious and they're fascinated.
We talk about having the entrepreneurial spirit, and sometimes that denotes risk. But from what I hear from very smart people today, money managers today, risk is in corporate America. I mean, gosh, I was with IBM for a number of years, and major layoffs. Hewlett-Packard, major layoffs. Look at the airlines. They're on the verge of bankruptcy. So there was a time, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago when security was being involved in corporate America. Today, it's high risk. And I think if people that have any concerns whatsoever of their financial future have got to be growing some sort of an alternate income stream that they control. And when you realize you can start LifeWave and be a part of this whole new science going worldwide for, I don't know, $500 one time with no capital at risk, no employees, no overhead, no liabilities, I mean, my gosh, it's like all the answers are right there in front of you. You just got to get involved and let it happen.